All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Get a Clue podcast. I'm your host, DeAndre Boychuk. I'm here with my co-host, Chase Arnold. This is take
Take
two
two. Yeah.
of the night. Um, yeah, another late night episode. Kind of had some mess ups with the first episode. The draft order was switching on us. It's the end of the
Yeah.
night here for us, so standings are switching up. But yeah, Chase, why don't you let everyone know what we're doing today? Because that me saying that probably didn't make much sense.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, we had some technical errors, of course. The draft just updated and messed up our whole flow that we had going, and we just opted for a restart. And we're doing a mock draft. We're gonna do 1 to 16. DeAndre's gonna get the odds 1, 3, 5, so on. I'm gonna get the 2, 4, 6, and so on till we get to 16. Um, yeah, I mean, it should be good. We're going to alternate. We can give opinions on what we think, if it was the wrong pick, right pick, and so forth. I did want to quickly give a shout out to our first guest, Tucker Buhay. He was on Access TV, which is pretty cool. This is the second time I'm saying it, so it's a little more boring for myself and DeAndre. But yeah, he went on Access TV and had a really, really cool interview. And shout out Access TV for stealing our interview.
They're gonna have less views though, hopefully. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like Chase said, we're gonna do a mock draft here. I got evens, so or sorry, I keep saying that because this morning, but anyways, I got odd. Yeah, I got odds. I got the first overall pick, so might as well run it. We got the Vancouver Canucks. Right out the gate, I think it's an obvious choice going Gavin McKenna. Been on fire in the second half of the season. Didn't have a great ending to his college career. Not the ending that Penn State wanted going into the season. I think they had high expectations, but yeah, he looks great. Super, super skilled. He's kind of been touted as the number one pick for the last couple of years now. And Vancouver going into a rebuild, I think that this is a perfect player for them to pick up to start that rebuild off. He's kind of looked at as this generational potentially player, so I think this would be a great pick for Vancouver.
Yeah, agreed. I think he's worked out to be the best player in the class. That last couple weeks in college was amazing. He obviously didn't win the natty that he wanted, but I think first overall will cover that pain for sure. Chicago here. I'm going to take Ivar Stenberg. I'm just thinking about that first line. Frondell, Stenberg, McKenna. It's going to be filthy. As DeAndre said in the last one, they had some good World Junior reps together. Pretty sweet. I mean, that's going to be one of the best young lines in all of the NHL. So,
Yeah, well, I already kind of gave a shout out to him last pod at the end there a little bit, but Frondell, um, not sure if you recorded a point tonight or not, but as of recording before this game, or before this game tonight that they would have played, he had 5 points in 5 games. He just tucked his first NHL goal the other night, so he's looking really, really good to start his NHL career. So, yeah, like Chase already said, this line could be dangerous. Going to pick three here, Calgary Flames. We go Keaton Verhoff. I think he's going to be one of the best defensemen in this class, if not the best defenseman in this class. Super hard to come by a really good right-handed defenseman right now. So I think that this is a perfect fit for Calgary, especially in the midst of their rebuild. Obviously, they got Zane Breck there, so they would have a nice 1-2 punch going forward in the future. And he's a hometown boy. He's from Fort Sask, shout out Heartbeat City, and yeah, that'll be my third overall pick.
yeah, I agree. I think that's the right pick. This is where the draft begins for us, for sure. Four and on. I mean, I could see anybody going here at four. Um, oh no. Why? Sorry, just a little bit of a technical problem here. I don't know what's going on at the moment. We're just scrolling all over the place for some reason. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully there was no crazy ads on there. I'm gonna go with Caleb Malhotra. I know people are starting to fall down on his value a little bit, but to me, I think he is the best center in this class, and I think if you want to get a center, that's the guy you got to go with for sure. And yeah, I know that I don't know how DeAndre feels about him, but to me, I think he is the next best forward on the board, and I think the Rangers could use some center depth big time.
Yeah, no, I like Malhotra here. I think he's a great player. He's had a great season with Brantford this year. Um, Obviously, he's son of an NHL player too, so it comes with that little bit of pedigree. And yeah, I think for the Rangers, especially the position that they're in. They just need the best player available. And like you said, Mel's just one of the best forwards, if not best players in this whole draft. So I like that pick for them. Next up here, pick 5, St. Louis Blues, and going Chase Reed. I think it just makes the most sense for them to pick up a defenseman here. They're looking to ship out Parayko. Obviously, he didn't waive his no move clause, but doesn't mean he's going to be on the team for the rest of his career. I imagine they're going to be looking to ship him out this offseason if doable. And yeah, picking up Chase Reed is one of the best defensemen in this class, of the class that's loaded with defensemen like you kind of highlighted before. And yeah, I think it just kind of makes the most sense to pick up somebody where you're going to ship out one of your best assets.
Who's at pick 6 here? Is it Florida, right?
Yep.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. That throws a stick in my plan a little bit too, because I definitely wanted to get Carson Karls off the board early. Man, I think I got to go with Albert Smits though. I think that just their play style and the way that he's been playing, I think that he is the right pick for them right now. I just think that he's the guy that they need to go get for sure, because his size, just the way that Florida likes to play, I think that he's the right guy to go get. Just let me know how you feel about that.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think he's one of the best defensemen in this class as well. Like this you can kind of say that about any defenseman in this top 5 defensemen in this draft. They're so unreal. But like you already said, plays that kind of Florida mold. He's a physical guy. Got some reps at the Olympics, which was nice to see. And it was kind of interesting that this is going to be Florida's first second round pick since Owen Tippett in 2018. Will be just I think it was 2018, and then before that it would have been Aaron Ekblad. So yeah, pretty interesting little run of luck. I guess first round pick within the top 10. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. And yeah, that's about it.
Seattle for you here.
Oh yeah. I'm going Visual Bork here.
Love it.
Like him out of Sweden, I thought he looked good at the World Juniors. I think he just kind of fits Seattle too. I don't know why. Just something about it. I could see him landing there. And yeah, Seattle's, I feel like they're in a weird spot with their team. They don't have a whole ton of prospect depth right now. They don't have a whole ton of skill on their team. I feel like they kind of got screwed in that whole expansion thing. Obviously, you can go look that whole situation up if you want. They got a whole different set of rules than Vegas did, so it was a lot different for them. And I kind of thought that they were going to make a playoff push this year, and kind of obviously now falling back way into the lottery. So I went Visual Bork here.
Yeah, I love that. He's a guy that I really, really like. I think, again, people might be a little bit lower on him, but I think he's just a super, super skilled forward, and I think he'll translate. I'm going to go with the Prince George D-man, the guy that I love here in Winnipeg, at pick 8. I think that he's always been kind of a draft crush of mine since about halfway through the year. I was a little bit higher on him than most, and then he's definitely climbed up the boards. You think about some of those big hockey analysts, he's starting to climb up the board, make it into the top 5, top 6, and I think it's well deserved. I think he's a super good skater and handles the puck really well as well. And yeah, I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I'd be shocked to see him fall over the top 6, to be honest, of this draft. Even the top 5, I think he's going to go really high. I can't even see him being the first defenseman taken off the board, as crazy as that might be to say. Just such a skilled defenseman, moves the puck well. I think he put up around 73 points this year in his draft year, so yeah, he looks unbelievable, and it'll be interesting to see what he does with his career next year too, if he's going to take that college step or if he's going to stick around in Prince George. He's a small town kid, so Next pick here, we got the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I think this was my easiest choice for me personally when I was going through these lottery picks. I'm going Dax and Rudolph here. This team needs a defenseman. They badly need a defenseman. I can't say it more. Everyone I've talked to that is Leafs fans, they all are praying to take a defenseman. And I think Dax and Rudolph shot at the draft board. He looks unreal in playoffs right now. Had a dynamic finishing to his season. I want to say he kind of finished around that 73 point mark as well. And yeah, I think he's probably the next best defenseman available on the draft board, and I love this pick for Toronto.
Yeah, I think that's a great pick. I agree with that completely. Um, Man, again with the defense, it's just such a stacked class. It is so like one of my favorite classes just because of how stacked it is. Um, yeah, a lot of fun to look at this team and think about where they could be and how dominant they're going to be.
Mhm.
Okay, who do I got up here?
The Predators.
Nashville Predators, hey? Man, tough choice here because I feel like they could go so many ways here. So many
Yeah,
ways.
this was one of those picks I felt that it was best player available.
Yeah, it's just who is that? Who is that, right? Because
Well,
yeah,
exactly.
I'm looking. I think I'm gonna go with a center here. Believe it or not, I think I'm gonna go with Tynan Lawrence. I feel like he feels like a Predators type of player. I'm a little bit lower on Lawrence, but I know people still really like him. Started really slow in his college career and started to pick it up at the second half there when he came across. And um, yeah, I think he could be a good centerman. I'm quite not sure on him yet.
Yeah, no. Um, yeah, he's an interesting prospect, man, to say the least. Like, had kind of a small showing, I want to say, then kind of got placed around fifth, I want to say, in the draft rankings. And
Yeah,
obviously, like you said, he had a slow start to his college career there. And yeah, I'm really not high on him at all. I don't know if I would be content with taking him as a GM, like
yeah,
even in the lottery. I did have him in my I had him going 10th overall, I guess, in my lottery.
yeah.
So yeah, I still think he's going to go high, but I think this is a super risky pick. I could have a high
Doesn't he feel
reward.
like a Nashville kind of draft pick too? They always have a weird kind of pick in there.
No, literally. All right, we got the San Jose Sharks here. Let me just take a look at
Yeah,
prospects I've taken off and what I got going here. I think I got my choice though. Um, I'm going Ethan Belchet's
I
here.
love the fit.
Um, I think I told you this maybe even before we started the pod. I think Ethan Belchet's going to grow to one of those guys that's going to be like almost that perfect second line winger. I don't know, like obviously his ceiling would be a first line forward, but I think he's going to kind of slot himself into that second, maybe even like really good third line role. And I think he's going to
Yeah,
be just one of those super good depth pieces that you need on a championship team. It's kind of the role that he's playing on Windsor. Obviously, it's a little bit more elevated of a role because it is in junior, but um, he's big, plays that checking role, and on a team that's full of skill, just skill everywhere up and down the lineup. I think having a big power forward that can take over Kiefer Sherwood's role and maybe be a little bit more dynamic skill wise would be a nice fit for San Jose.
yeah, I love that pick. I think, and if he turns into that first line player that you think he can, obviously, even better. I mean, him and Will Smith and Celebrini, I think that is a nasty, nasty line. Yeah, add a little bit of size to that line. If he can fill out, that would be awesome. Um, yeah, with my pick here, LA, I'm going to take a guy that's been rising up the boards. I'm going to take Oliver Suvanto, um, a guy that plays in the Finnish league. I don't know a lot about him. I know he's a young player. I know he's put up pretty good numbers, and um, yeah, I think the biggest thing with him is how good he is for his age. I know I think he's 17, one of the youngest players in the whole class. So yeah, if you have anything about him, I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, no, just a big Finnish player. Played good at the Linka Cup, just under a point a game. Obviously, Finland didn't have the greatest team there, but he had a look at the World Juniors, and I think he scored 2 goals there on that fourth place winning Finland team. But yeah, just kind of one of those raw prospects that I think if he can kind of hit his peak, he's going to be really good and going to fill out his long, lanky frame that he's got going right now. I think he could be one hell of a player, and he had a pretty good showing this year in Liga too. He put up 11 points, I think, in 48 games. So pretty good for D-1 player.
Yeah, maybe he can be their new Anze Kopitar. Hey.
Which team do we got next here? Just want to make sure I got my thing in
Sorry, we
order.
got New Jersey.
Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah. So was at actually, when I was doing this, I was at a toss-up between two guys, and Savant was one of those. So I'm going to give him the other guy. I'm going Adam Novotny here from
Yeah,
New Jersey. I don't know why, I just feel like
he's the perfect guy
they
for
always,
him.
yeah, I feel like they just take European forwards all the time, too. I don't know. I feel like it just seemed like the pick when I was putting this together, and yeah, I was kind of tossing up between him and Savanto, but yeah, Adam Novotny is going to be who I'm going to go here.
Yeah, I love that pick. I think that's who I mocked to them, or we mocked them the first time. I think he's just a perfect fit there as a winger that can. I think he's more of a second line guy. I could see him slotting in there pretty well, and yeah, I think just a very very good skill grab there.
Mhm.
Next up, this is crazy. Vegas. I mean, this shows how tight this is. You got Vegas right? Who
Mhm.
we got next?
I got Caps.
Oh no.
Vegas,
How many points do they
Vegas is
have?
in Vegas is in the playoffs.
Why is
They're
my
third in the
NHL app
Pacific.
so wrong? Okay, we'll go Caps here. I'm good with the
Okay.
Caps. I don't know. I'm on NHL. It says April 2nd, which is today, and it says Vegas only has 82 points,
Yeah, that's the money they got.
which puts them.
That's third in the Pacific.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, we'll go. Yeah, yeah, it's Washington. It's Washington. I got the whole thing messed up here. My. I'm not even gonna look at mine. You're gonna tell me the order, and I'm just gonna listen.
Yeah.
Um, we got Washington here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. You know what? I think this guy is gonna go a little bit earlier. Personally, I think, but another D man. I'm gonna go Ryan Lynn. Really big fan of him. I think the offense that he brings. I'm hoping that maybe he could be the new John Carlson for them. After moving him to the Ducks and taking a younger approach, I really like his game. I think he could be a good power play guy, maybe a second power play guy, but we'll definitely get some power play run pretty early in his career.
Yeah, I like it. Super dynamic. He actually just committed to Denver too, so he's going to be heading to college next year. And yeah, just a really smart, dynamic defenseman. Could play up and down the ice. He actually really good defensively too. He's got good underlying numbers, and yeah, he played on a not great Vancouver team this year, but that'll be great to see what he can do in college. And I like this pick for Washington. I think that they don't have a lot of young defensemen in the pool besides Hudson. I want to say maybe I'm slipping
Yeah,
my mind on somebody, but I think that could be a really good one-two punch. Shout out Hudson, he scored a nasty goal tonight too.
you got
All right,
Philly, right?
yes,
Okay,
yes,
I'm
sir.
dialed in now.
All right, this throws a wrench into things a little bit for me in my draft because I did have Ryan Lynn going to Philly. I thought he was also a good fit. But I'm gonna go another defenseman here, and I don't know how people feel about this defenseman. Kind of been high on him since the start of the year, so I'd just like to give him a shout out. I'm going Xavier Villanueva. Um, Probably the best Q draft prospect this year. Um, yeah, make sure I'm not missing anybody, snubbing somebody. Yeah,
No, I
probably the
think you're
best Q
right.
draft prospect this year. Definitely the best Q defenseman. Maybe the best Q defenseman in the whole league. Oh my god, I had a crazy stutter there. Yeah, I think that Philly's just kind of loaded with top end talent right now. And looking to the future, if everyone projects out, like obviously Mitchkov had his issues this year. Hopefully, he can shake that out by next season. Zegers has been obviously a great fit there. They got Denver Barkey that's been starting to play a little bit more consistent minutes in this lineup. And looking at their defensive core, I feel like this is really where they're going to struggle in a few years. So, not sure how Villanueva is going to turn out, but I feel like that kind of a good start for Philly.
Yeah, agreed. Who do I got? Columbus?
Detroit,
Oh no,
your
disaster in
boys.
Detroit, man.
I'm
Um,
gonna have to tell you my pick after because I was really proud of this one. I think you were gonna like it, but I'll let you go first.
yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh man, what am I doing if I'm Detroit? I'm taking a forward. If I'm Detroit, hmm. I'm between two. I'm between a guy that has been falling or a guy that's been rising. I'm gonna take the guy rising. He feels like a Detroit Red Wing. I'm going Marcus Nordmark.
Yes.
A guy that I'm pretty high on. I do like his game, and I know that Detroit loves their Swedes. You think about Henrik Zetterberg, and many more. I'm blanking now, but they love their Swedes and they love their international players, so I'm going to go with Marcus Nordmark there.
Yeah, that was kind of my reasoning too, actually, here. Just like you said, I feel like he almost just kind of fits that Detroit mold, like almost that Henrik Zetterberg feel. So I like picking him up here, and yeah, it was the exact same person that I had here, so
Oh,
I'm glad that you went with the
yeah,
same
that's
guy.
who you had? Okay, yeah. Nice.
Then, last one, hey,
Yep,
Ottawa.
Ottawa.
Last one. This one's tough because
Yeah.
I think Ottawa was kind of expect to flip into the playoffs, but I feel like that this is an opportunity for them to grab one of the Ruck brothers. I
Ooh,
think
I like it.
it's just good. We kind of draft capital almost. I feel like if you get one of them early, people are know you're going to be wanting to load up for the second one. So
Yep.
people are going to be calling you, asking to trade picks, whatever. And yeah, I feel like it's just going to be nice to have. So I'm not sure which brother that would go first. So I'm just going to go one of the Ruck boys there for Ottawa.
Whichever one, hey?
Yeah, I honestly don't know which one's better. Like when you look at their stats, it's so confusing because I
Yeah.
don't know if it's the one that has a bunch of assists. Does he just give the other one gimmies, or is it the one who scores all the goals because he's just getting like tap passes from the other one, or are they just both sick? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's the one that's scoring more goals, but I don't know which one that is between Marcus and Leo. Whichever one's scoring more goals, I think it's Marcus. I think that's the one that's been ranked a little bit higher, but yeah, I love that for Ottawa. I think it will. I think they definitely will. One of them will definitely go higher than what we have today. It's just definitely very hard to tell right now, but yeah, I really like that pick. I think he's deserving of it, and hopefully his brother can end up on the same team because that would be really really cool
Well, and I think too, like say if another team a couple picks down the road takes his brother, I feel like it could be a good.
for sure.
Okay, you want this guy so bad, you got to give up this, and vice
Yeah.
versa. So just nice to have.
Yeah, if you were a team, would you be willing to give up like your best prospect to get those two brothers together? Depending on the prospect, but think about like some of the prospects that have been in trade rumors, like the Utah
Okay, let's say
guys, like the Iginla, Baudouin. Like, would you give up a
first guy
Gwyn?
that
Yeah,
came
go ahead.
first guy that came to my mind, would you give him up for McGroarty?
I would personally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the time of his draft,
No.
or I guess sorry, plus 1 year it would be.
No. I think McGrody
No,
was a better prospect, but I think
now
now,
for sure.
now for sure, yeah. Um,
Yeah, it's tough. Like, yeah,
mhm. But that would be super cool. That's something that I really, really want to see. I don't think it's going to
yo, yeah,
happen as much as everyone wants it to happen. I know NBA draft a few years ago, there were the Thompson brothers. Everyone wanted to see them go to the same team, but they went pick 3 and pick 4. So if the Ruck brothers both go top 10, there's almost no chance that that happens. But
mhm.
if one sneaks into the late teens, maybe early 20s, maybe, then I would definitely, definitely not be surprised if a team tries to move up and secure the brothers together.
Yeah, no, totally agreed. Did you want to give any shout outs to any players that we didn't talk about that might have got left off the board?
Yeah, there. I mean, there's lots that man. This draft is good. I like this class actually. I know it's not the best class we've seen in the last 10 years or whatever, but I think Ryan Ruberek is a guy that I really really like. Obviously, was projected to go pick 2 this year and has fallen down the board quite a bit. Um, he's probably going to sneak in. He's going to be a first rounder. I could see him going a little bit later than people are expecting for sure. Um, yeah, I mean, there's lots. Hurlbert, I really like him as well. I don't know how to say his name exactly, but big fan of him as well. And then, I mean, lots of good D-men still. I like the Finnish guy or Swedish guy, Hawkinson. I like him as well. Yeah, I really like this class. Anybody you feel like we missed out on?
Let me just reload my notes here quick. Yeah, the one guy that I just want to give a highlight to that I liked, I had a hard time actually leaving him out of my lottery here was Igor Shilov.
Yeah,
Um, like him out of the USHL. He put up big points there, and that league I feel like kind of gets slept on nowadays. Like there's been some great players that put up big numbers in their draft, or if you're Macklin, I think he was 16. Same with Fantilli. He lit up that league when he was like 16. So you see these young guys come out of there in the last couple of years, and obviously Sheila's a little older than Fantilli and them, but I think what he's done there, I think, let me just double check. I believe it's his first year in the USHL. Or in the, oh yeah, he was in the QMJHL this year. Sorry, my bad. Great year in the QMJHL. Debuted last year in North America in the USHL. Played great there. And yeah, he was really dynamic in the QMJHL over a point a game over Victoriasville.
Yeah.
Sorry
Also Galvis.
bastard.
I really like Galvis as well. We saw him put on a really good showing at the World Juniors, and he is. I don't think he's. I think he's 20. I'm not for sure, but not 18 or anything like that, which people are drawn to, and especially when you're a more skilled D man. And yeah, but I'm a big fan of him. I think he showed what he can do in the World Juniors.
Yeah, I agree. And man, speaking of the World Juniors, while we're on the top of that Czechia team, those Czechians that ended up coming over to Kelowna, and they're looking good out there. Kelowna, I don't know if you guys looked at our predictions from the CHL video, but kind of showing pretty decent. We had Kelowna sweeping, and
Yep.
it's exactly what they came to do.
Yeah, I'm really excited for when they're over because we can review how we've done, picking teams, and we'll do a second round prediction, of course. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I've been watching a couple games, but obviously it takes a lot of time to watch every single league and stuff. So
Yeah, literally, like, kind of just got to just flip through and I throw the radio on sometimes,
Yeah.
throw a headphone in, like more NHL games. Dub radio sucks, but yeah, that's another day's topic.
yeah.
Did you want to get into just some couple points of NHL news here?
Yeah,
Quick?
I got a couple points. I just want to make sure I don't talk about anything we already talked about. So if you want to
I
go
know
ahead.
I just kept all my notes from last day that I didn't use, and I think the two biggest piece of news is right now came in the management
Yeah.
staff department. You texted me about the one I had to look up, so I'll mention the other one, and you can talk about the other one. But yeah, the Leafs fired their GM, Brad Treliving.
Yeah.
Right after we kind of lit up Kyle Dubas for what he did to the Leafs. Might be time to run it back with Brad Treliving, but
Yeah.
yeah, interesting to see. Kind of post deadline too. Kind of interesting timing, I thought, but especially right before the season ends. I don't know if they're just going to run with the assistant and then figure it out in the summertime. But I honestly was thinking, and I have no idea who the top candidate would be for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I was curious if you had any hunch or inkling or any guess of who you would say.
I got a good one for you here.
Uh,
I think Iserman goes there. I think the Iser plan is over if they don't make the playoffs this year. And I think he would be a good guy for Toronto to try. I mean, everyone's gonna try him out if he leaves, and yeah, I think his tenure is over if Detroit doesn't make the playoffs. Yeah, I think Toronto's missing Dubas right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of people are really high on Kyle Dubas right now in Pittsburgh, and we prefaced that in our last Dubas episode. And yeah, I mean, they're definitely missing him. Treliving thought he had the recipe to success, and he did not. So
yeah, crazy things going on in Leafville right now.
yeah, the thing that I texted you about, I think it was the Tortorella thing. Yeah, Tortorella in Vegas. I mean, I was stone cold shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what you thought. I'd love to hear your thoughts because I don't even have much to say, to be honest.
Yeah, it seems like, I guess we're going to go back to the original coach, Cassidy. It seems like a lot of hatred was towards him in the dressing room. It seemed like a lot of players didn't like playing for him. So I think the coaching change was needed. Torts is an interesting option. I got nothing really bad to say about him. I honestly personally like him, just how he is in the media. Like, even he got asked about what he was like, how he felt about getting criticized for shaking the lads up said he doesn't really give a shit. He gets criticized all the time. So, uh, and I don't know. I was super, super shocked at first. I was like, wow. Or like I didn't think that though Torts was even going to coach in the NHL again. Honestly, kind of thought that he was done there. Yeah, from what it seems like at the beginning with him in Vegas right now, he seems like he's doing a good job. He doesn't want to touch too much. He just kind of wants to let them play their game, and he's kind of going to mold himself to what's going on there. He doesn't want to mess anything up 72 games into the season. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be a interesting start to next season, to say the least, especially with Mitch Marner.
Yeah. I'm not a big Torts guy, I'm gonna be honest. I think he's a good floor raiser. If you have a bad team, go out and win 5, 10 more games for sure. He can push that. I don't know if he's that good of a contending team coach to me. I think maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I just not I'm not super high on him. This firing reminds me. Go ahead.
Yeah, and even now that you mentioned that, it even just reminds me of Matthew Kachuk when he was talking on the Wingman podcast about how Torts was like he was an assistant coach there, but it almost seemed like that was the role that he needs to be as an assistant coach
Yeah,
because he doesn't got to worry about everything. He can just kind of be that let's fucking go boys, like pump you up, like kind of that fiery coach that he is, and
yeah,
he doesn't got to worry about shitting. If he shits down somebody's throat, they're gonna take it as personal because it's the head coach. You know what I mean?
for sure. Yeah, I agree completely.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It reminds me of the Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks. They fired their coach after they were the 2 seed. Fired their coach, signed a guy that the players liked more, and ever since then it has been a complete disaster there. So
Yeah. Um, yeah. While we're already on like management news here, we'll give a shout out to the Dallas Stars. Jim Nill got an extension, as he should. I mean, they got an unbelievable scouting class there, responsible for grabbing the likes of like Wyatt Johnston, Ottinger, Thomas Harley, just recently Cam Schmidt, who I think is going to be a draft steal. Yeah, they got a crazy scouting class there. Jim Nill's the mastermind behind all of that, the head guy, kind of running the show back there in Dallas. So I think that extension is super, super deserving, and yeah, he's put them in a great spot in the last couple of years. So super excited for him.
yeah, well deserved. Well deserved.
Hmm.
One thing I wanted to bring up, I don't think we talked about this. Celebrini hit 100 points. Um, I know you're a big Celebrini guy. I love me some Celebrini too. Just a couple days ago, he had a 2 goal, 2 assist night for 4 points. Just disgusting. I mean, the NHL is too easy. Honestly, it's too easy. He's got to find somewhere better to play, and yeah,
Yeah, it actually is crazy. Like I was looking at this list, and it was the only teenagers to put up a 100-point season in an NHL season, or yeah, most only players to put up 100 points as a teenager in an NHL season, and him and Crosby were the only ones within the 2000. Obviously, Crosby did it twice as an 18 and a 19-year-old, absolute dog. See, Mac knew what was up. He was giving Crosby a shout out because he's a dog.
freaking out.
Is it? But yeah. So
Sorry about that.
what was I? What was I going on a tangent there about? I forgot
My bad. I messed up your flow.
now. Oh, good.
God dang.
Oh, so yeah, Celebrini, right? Yeah. So, yeah, him and Crosby, the only two players in the 2000s to have 100 points as a teenager. Crosby did it twice. Absolute dog. But going back before that, I think it was Jim Carson in 1998. So, very small list of guys, and for him to add himself to that, it's great to see.
Yeah, I also wanted to get your opinion on the Radko Gudas situation. Obviously, he was determined to play in that Toronto game, even though he was still injured. He got his shit rocked. I mean, well deserved, but also shout out to him for being tough as nails and going out there and getting his ass kicked while still injured.
Yeah, got to give it to him. He was in a boot the day before. I love. Some people were saying, "Why didn't he fight back? Why didn't he fight back?" Man, he injured their best player for the rest of
Yeah.
the season. And he took his ass kicking like a champion. I thought that was class act by him from a non-classy human being. And yeah, It was I think somebody else. Oh, that's what else happened that night. Somebody took a run at Nylander. I think Nylander was going at it with the goalie, and somebody came at him. And Cowboy comes flying over,
Oh,
throws
I
his
know.
shit off, grabs him from behind. I love that. I was like, it's not what you want out of Cowboy. You want that out of like your grinders to step up beforehand. But yeah, to see him go in there and get that done, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I've been liking some of Cowboy's grit. He gives a little bit of Zach Benson every now and then. I kind of like it.
Dude, that's crazy that you said. Were we talking about that? Because
No,
yeah, that's crazy. That's the same comparison I thought. Buffalo Zach Benson.
yeah, that'd be awesome for Toronto. They'll probably end up letting him walk for 4 million. Um, yeah, I think we talked about Porter Martone a little bit. Made his debut. He got a point in his second game. I don't remember if it was a goal or an assist. I know he got a point. Um, and then goalie fight. I mean, why don't you go into this? I know you were excited to talk about this, and yeah,
Yeah, I have this in my notes. Third goalie fight of the season. Apparently, most in an NHL season, which is kind of crazy thinking back to the 90s and the 80s. I thought there would have
yeah,
been more of them, but yeah, two unlikely candidates, I thought too, as Chesty and Markstrom went at it. I thought, yeah,
yeah,
just super interesting, but I love that shit. I love when the goalies go at it. I love just when there's any fights, but it's even better when the goalies go. So
yeah.
I think a lot of people were predicting there was going to be one more before the end of the season, especially since they were talking about like banning the goalie fights and everything. It kind of caused an uproar. So I'm glad that that happened. I loved it.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, it's just like it seems like the NHL is kind of converting back to this style of entertainment while being physical. You know what I mean? Like the goalies are fighting, but it's not like they want to kill each other. It's just kind of like they're just gonna fight, and it's legendary. Every goalie wants to have that legendary clip of them scrapping a little bit, and I think that's super cool for Markstrom and Sheshty.
Yeah, no, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Um, Yeah, it's just kind of like that Mike Vernon, Patrick Waugh. Obviously, that one's the most legendary goalie fight ever. They didn't
Yeah,
top that, but you kind of look back on it in a few years and it's awesome.
I mean, that's all news I got. I don't know if you got anything else in your notes, but
Yeah, I got just one more piece of news actually. Um, Alexander Ovechkin, this guy doesn't stop scoring goals. 20 seasons he's scored 30 goals in. He just extended his active record. The only season that he hasn't scored 30 goals in or more has been the COVID season, the shortened season, which is insane to think about when like this guy's been playing damn near our whole lives and he's put up
yeah,
30 goals every single year in the National League. It's just absolutely insane. Like we weren't even 3 years old yet when he made his NHL debut. And yeah, the longevity on him is insane, right? What's his saying? Rush machine never breaks.
that's right.
Yeah, that's all the news I got for today. I think the redraft went well. I hope everyone
Yeah.
we'll see. I think there's going to be some shaky opinions on it. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like you said, I think you said it when pick four started. Like that's when the draft starts. It feels
Yeah,
like there's guys that we mentioned going later, maybe in the lottery, that I could see ending up going in the top seven, top eight, and I could even see guys that we had in the top 4 or 5 even slipping later, like maybe a
for
Chase
sure.
Reed or even I can see Verhoff not being the first guy off the board as well. So I think it's just going to be a super interesting draft. But like you said, you're really excited for it. I think it's really, really deep and kind of one of those drafts you look at and you think that it could be something special in a few years.
Yeah, I think it will be a draft that we look back on as, man, there's a lot of guys in this draft that are in the NHL right now playing every day. Um, yeah, hopefully everything looked okay. There was some technical issues, of course. We had to do with what we had for right now. Um, I know some of the picks were popping up for the wrong teams, and it was just glitching out. I had the screen pop a couple times, but just listen to the voices if you want. Don't listen. Don't look at us. Don't look at the video. Yeah, it turned out good. You could hear us talking, and hopefully you agree with something.
Yeah. So hope everything um, was good. I hope you guys can leave us some. Oh my God, stuttering again. Hopefully you guys can leave us some suggestions on who you would pick at different spots, and maybe if you have some different suggestions for some specific teams that you didn't like that we chose, and yeah, please just please give us more feedback, more comments and suggestions. We will highlight them on the pod, and yeah, we'll give you a shout out maybe even too.
Yeah, maybe if they're lucky, hey. Yeah, guests coming. We got one lined up soon. I'll give it
We
two
had
weeks. I bet you a week or two we'll have a guest on, and then we're gonna be rolling them out. So look forward to that. Comment below who you think our next guest will be, and then after we do a video with them, you can tell us if they're cooler than Tucker or not.
Yeah, and please give us any suggestions too if for guests that you guys would like to see in the future. Reasonable guests, obviously. Don't be
Hey,
throwing.
we got some poll. We got some poll.
No, I know, but don't be throwing like Bobby Orr out there. That's
Yeah, true,
ridiculous right
true.
now. Give us a couple years first, but yeah, if there's some local guys that you think that you'd be interested in seeing on and stuff like that, we'd be more than willing to have some people on. We got, I think our guest list right now, looking at it, there's a wide range of different players in different leagues. So give us a lot of suggestions, and yeah, we're more than happy to always comment back and everything. And yeah, you have any
Love it.
final notes or anything, Chase?
Nah, I love it.
Yeah, please just comment, like, subscribe, go share our reels, share them with your friends, show them off. I know I was getting some suggestions saying a lot of people like the short form. They're not a huge fan. Some people have listening to longer stuff, so we're gonna try and pump out some more short form content here for you guys. And
Yes.
yeah, please keep liking those up. You know what to do. Until next time, get a
Get
clue.
a clue.